Yo, 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 yo. What up, Common Sense crowd, community, crew, rise, shine. Y'all know what time it is. Tuesday morning, coffee, comics, Comic Sense production. Shut up ish. Shut up ish production. This is Focus. Another episode, Final Order Cutoff, Uncanny Spec, where we will be covering the keys from Close of FOC 8 2022 for 3 weeks out. And when we say keys, y'all know what we mean. First appearances, first cover appearances, number one issues, the whole 9 yards. Shout out to Peter Maresca watching on YouTube. Shout out to Jason Robinson. That is correct. Rise, shine, because we shine and we grind. So rise and grind to everybody. Y'all know what it is. We're going to go into Diamond. We're going to talk about these key books. We're going to talk about these spec books. We're going to talk about these number one issues dropping in 3 weeks, things you want to make sure you call up your local comic shop, kick it with your people, make sure you have them on your pull list. That having been said, we got to do what we always do because this light up here isn't so great. We're trying to get some new ones. So like and follow Comic Sense on Facebook and join our Comic Sense Facebook group. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us at Comic Sense on Instagram and find us on the Twitter. Peep the scroll at the bottom of the screen. That is what it is. We gonna get into it. So what do we have first? Pull up Diamond, as we often do. And the first book, very interesting. This is a book that came out a few months back from Black Moon Comics called Endangered #1. It has gone back to print, and we are suggesting you grab this book. It is already back order, not stocked, as indicated by the purple triangle. Back in print. Just want to make sure. All right, so here is your Ron Joseph. It is a black and white variant of the original A cover. See the second print down in the bottom left corner. So what was this book about? It was written by John McCarthy with art and cover art by Ron Joseph. It is a second printing. Humanity has become an endangered species after nuclear war. The survival of our species rests with a group of scientists aboard a low-orbiting space station. Their solution to stabilizing their uninhabitable home has unknowingly facilitated the evolution of the insects that survived the fallout. Now the time has come for mankind to return home, but their fight for survival is just beginning. On another note, the second issue of this book has also, or series, has also gone back to print and will also be out this week. Of course, we didn't get it. We're saying and suggesting that if you are interested in it, it will be available at your local comic shops. Call them up. The second print of issue #2 will also be dropping this week. Again, we cover #1s, keys, specs. This is the second print of #1. There is that, Endangered, Blood Moon Comics. Next, we go to Boom. Really small week from indie, from a Comic Sense perspective, as far as key books, #1 books. It is a small week. Alice Ever After, Boom's second highest selling title of 2022. #5, Climax. It's coming to a conclusion. Alice Ever After, #5, final issue of the series. We get a conclusion. As always, we have 3 covers for this book, 1 in 25, and an A and a B cover. We're going to scroll. We're going to look. For some reason, it just doesn't want to go straight to #5. So there is your 25 copy incentive of Alice Ever After #5. That is done by Carrie Nord. Very cool cover. That is your 25 copy incentive of Alice Ever After #5, your Carrie Nord cover. And we're going to go to the previous page and scroll all the way down to the bottom to get your cover B, also by Carrie Nord. Trade Dress of the Virgin, 1 in 25. And then your cover A by Dan Panosian. Those cover A's, man. So, written by Dan Panosian, artist Giorgio Spalletta, cover artist Dan Panosian. In the stunning conclusion to Alice's dark sequel, she finds herself faced with Dr. Madsen and Mistress Hilda's dreaded permanent solution. As her repressed memories warp Wonderland itself, Alice finds herself on the threshold of being banished from reality forever. Back order not stocked. Already gone. So that is Alice Ever After, number 5. Next, you already know what time it is. From the land of the tiny onion comes the Tinian book from Boom, the secondary book covering the various stories of the houses of slaughter. This is House of Slaughter number 8. Let us see what is going on with this book. What am I doing? Oh, well, that doesn't work. Not shining so brightly this morning, huh? So then, House of Slaughter number 8. Looks like everything is out of stock already. That is what it is. You have a 1 in 50 copy incentive done by Well B. What a 1 in 50. I don't even know who Well B is, but man, what a 1 in 50. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous 1 in 50. Then you have your 1 in 25 ratio variant by Werther Dell'Edera. That is your 1 in 25. Looks to be a vampire in the background. Really cool. And then you have your body bag variant, which they do these so that they don't show you the cover. They put it in what they want to call a body bag. It's a poly bag with some boards so that you don't get to see the cover. They don't want to reveal the cover. And then you have your cover B, which is done by Werther Dell'Edera. It is a trade dress of the 1 in 25, which is a virgin. And then you have cover A, Raphael Albuquerque. Also a very interesting cover. So what's happening in this book? Well, we know it is written by James Tynion IV and Sam Johns, artist Werther Dell'Edera and Letizia Cadonici, cover artist Raphael Albuquerque. The scarlet arc of House of Slaughter continues as Edwin's search for a legendary monster goes horribly amiss. Adrift on Lake Michigan, can Edwin survive with only the torn pages of his journal as makeshift SOS notes? And what memories of his past cases will surface as he clings to life? Again, purple triangle indicating back order not stocked. No preview game on this, so we are going to move along to the final Boom book. Last, and as they say, certainly not least. This is your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 100. 100 books in. Back order not stocked. Tons of covers on this thing. We're going to peep them all. Let us see. We're going to look at all these covers. We got a little bit of time. It's going to be a quicker show than normal because not a ton of books that we like this week. So here is your one per store. That is your one per store unlockable variant by Miguel Mercado. Man. Here is your 100 copy incentive by Inyuk Lee. Really cool, man. The 1 in 50 on this thing is fire. Here is your 1 in 50 copy incentive by Tyler Kirkham. It is crazy. Crazy. Like 1/2 of his body is going Super Saiyan. Craziness. And then you have your 1 in 25 copy incentive done by Mike Del Mundo. Really cool. I like those colored pencil type colors. 100 in the background. Very, very cool cover. And then you have your 1 in 10 done by Bon Bernardo. It is a toy action figure variant. Shout out to Scud the Disposable Assassin, the first action figure variant comic in existence. And then you have your foil, cover E, done by Goni Montez. That is the foil, cover E of Mighty Morphin number 100. And of course, our favorite artist, the hardest working artist in comics, Blank Sketch. Here it is, number 100, hardest working artist in comics, Blank Sketch. And then we have your cover C, which is a wraparound cover by the Dan Mora. We like Dan Mora. Once in Future. So, cover B by Bernardo. All of these, back order not stocked. That is your Bernardo. Looks like your traditional Power Rangers, old school Power Rangers deal. Cover A. Also done by Dan Mora. That is your cover A. That cover looks really cool. You get tons of Power Rangers from the various Power Rangers mythos. Really, really cool. So it is written by Ryan Parrott, artist Marco Renna, and various cover artist Dan Mora. A legacy that began in Go Go Power Rangers, y'all know that, finally converges here as Charge to 100 reaches its milestone issue and kicks off brand new beginnings. Rangers fans will not want to miss Ryan Parrott's final issue on the main series, joined by a superstar lineup of returning artists including Dan Mora, Marco Renna, Moisue Hidalgo, Hendry Preseccia, Daniel Di Niccuolo, Eleonora Carlini, Francesca Motorino, and Miguel Mercado. News of a deadly threat reaches the team, one that threatens every Ranger and Earth, and even a home long since destroyed. As a climatic battle against unspeakable enemies unfolds, the lines between friend and foe blur, and difficult decisions await even the strongest of Rangers. The epic culmination of a story years in the making. Each copy of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 100 also contains 1 of 10 collectible trading cards with art by Chris Anka and designs by Dylan Todd, featuring your favorite Rangers and villains in an exclusive art print, back order, not stocked. Power Rangers number 100, the epic climax. This is what it is. If you're a Power Rangers fan, be on this book. Call up your local comic shop. Tell them, listen, it's got a hefty price tag on it. So you want to let them know, I want this book. I mean, it's out of stock, but maybe they got it. They'll pull it. $9.99. That foil covers $11.99. So the price tag is hefty for sure. They've already done some dynamic forces options for this book. Do we have a preview game? Yes. Yes, we do. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 100 copy incentive. Oh, that's old. We don't have a preview game. So there is that. That is your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 100. Next, we move on to Image. We have one book from Image. It is a book I suggest everybody get. You are going to want this book. One book from Image. It is called Patient Number 9. And they're not going to give it to me. This is an interesting book. Let's see if we just go Patient. See if they're going to bring it up. All right, we got to do a little bit of work, but we're going to do the work. You want this book. I'm telling you, you want this book. Come on, you're supposed to just pop up. Let's see here. Patient 0. No. How we do that there? All right, I'm going to figure this one out. See if we just go Patient 9. All right, how about if we write Patient number 9? Either way, I'm going to tell you about this book. It is limited to 5,000 copies. It has a $20 cover price. It is from the minds of Todd McFarlane and Ozzy Osbourne. I'm going to drop screen here for a second. From the minds of Todd McFarlane and Ozzy Osbourne, it will come polybagged with a limited edition slipcase CD. Todd McFarlane is doing the cover art. The book will be painted by a painter of note. It is called Patient Number 9. $19 cover price, limited to 5,000 copies, out of the brain of Todd McFarlane and Ozzy Osbourne, dropping from Image Comics. Again, $19.99 cover price, limited to 5,000 copies. Yeah, man, Trobes, that 1 in 50 is gorgeous. Shout out to Trobes. So, yeah, limited to 5,000 copies, might even be less. working off memory here because for some reason it's not letting me pull up patient number 9. But patient number 9, Todd McFarlane, Ozzy Osbourne. Todd McFarlane wrote the book. Todd McFarlane is doing the cover art. He has got a painter to do the interiors. It will be polybagged with a limited edition CD with Todd McFarlane art. There is that. Patient number 9. We're going to get back in it. Let me pull the stream back up. And next, that was the only book from Image. We have a book from Mad Cave Comics. 2 books from Mad Cave Comics. These are reprints. We like reprints. We like reprints, True Believers, facsimile editions, Golden Records reprints, alternatives for a market you may be priced out on when it comes to the original copy of a specific book. In ASM number 1, price out of the market. We believe the alternatives will be these reprints. We've said it. We're going to continue to say it. This is Mad Cave Studios Legacy, which is their way of saying True Believers. And this is Battle Cats. So there are 2 Mad Cave Studios Legacy Battle Cats. There is a cover B already out of stock. Interestingly enough, that is cover B done by Michael Camello. And then there is a cover A also done by Michael Camello. $2.99 cover price on this book. Written by Mark London, cover artist Michael Camello. Mad Cave Studios Legacy Battle Cat number 1 goes back to the beginning and reimagines the entire first volume of Battle Cats with a reimagined story, all new art, and 5 beautiful character covers by Jesse Lonergan. This is Battle Cats the way it was intended to be. Great for existing fans who want to see their favorite characters refreshed or new fans looking to get into the series for the first time. Best of all, every MCS Legacy title will be available for only $2.99. That is Battle Cats number 1, the Legacy Mad Cave Studios Legacy variant. But Mad Cave Studios is dropping not 1 but 2 Mad Cave Studios Legacy variants this week. The next one is one you may all be familiar with because FOMO was a thing in regards to Nottingham. And Nottingham is being reprinted by Mad Cave Studios. Also, back order out of stock. Cover art by Cully Hamner. Really cool cover. So then, y'all know what time it is. Written by David Azan. Artist Shane Connery Volk. Cover artist Cully Hamner. MCS Legacy Nottingham number 1 is a reprint of the critically acclaimed series with a special cover by Cully Hamner. In this twisted medieval noir, the sheriff of Nottingham hunts a serial killer with a penchant for tax collectors. The sheriff's investigation makes him the target of England's most nefarious power brokers. That's to say nothing of the merry men, terrorists lurking among the trees of Sherwood, led by Enigma, only known as the Hood. Back order, not stocked. Nottingham Mad Cave Legacy Studios. Make sure you call your local comic shop and be like, yo, I want the $2.99 reprint of Mad Cave's Nottingham. So then, from Scout is doing its thing over the course of the past 2 months. And because of it, you can tell that they are reaping the benefits because they are dropping more books at a time. Scout has 3 books this week. 3 books dropping 3 weeks from Wednesday. The first book. This one looks really dope. I'm excited for it. It is called Blade in the Dark. It's Blade in the Dark, number 1, already out of stock. Here is your 1 in 10 copy incentive. Generally, Scout does 1 in 10s where if you order 10 copies of the A cover, it's open order, meaning you can order as many copies of the 1 in 10 after you order 10 copies of the A cover. That is not the case. In this case, for every 10 copies of Blade in the Dark, number 1, cover A, ordered retailers may order 1 copy of cover B by Adam Kimoliak. So this is, and at full price, no discount, no none of that. So this is a true 1 in 10 done by Adam Kimoliak. This is a true Scout 1 in 10. And then you have your A cover done by Rich Woodall. Cover A, Blade in the Dark, Samurai Doggy, Samurai Ronin, Samurai this, Samurai that. There is a samurai theme going on here. It is written by Morgan Quaid, art Will Roberts, cover artist Rich Woodall. They came masked in the dead of night and burned the village to ash. Rook of the hidden song, sole survivor to his people, must seek vengeance. Yet the path ahead is strewn with hidden dangers, monstrous creatures inhabiting the skins of the dead and dying, human soldiers warped by supernatural forces, and rogue gods intent on mischief and destruction. Rook must cut a path of blood and reclaim the treasured heart of his ashen village, or die in the attempt and take his place alongside his slaughtered kin. Back order, not stocked. Lot going on here. Monstrous creatures inhabiting the skins of the dead and dying. Human soldiers warped by supernatural forces, and rogue gods intent on mischief and destruction. Like, tons of stuff going on here. We got Rook. We got a samurai. He's got beef with all of this stuff. Village burned. It started off as just your generic samurai story, and then it warped into rogue gods and monsters hiding. Listen, this is dope. It is going to be dope. Y'all know what time it is on this book. Next, from Scout, we have Nocturne County. I was going to say country, but it is Nocturne County. Knock, as in mama said, knock you out, turn. Nocturne County. Nocturne County, number 1 is back order, not stocked, as indicated by the pink triangle. Here is your Axer Aeneas cover for mature readers. Written by James E. Roche, artist Axer Aeneas. Nocturne County is an adult crime noir set in a classic children's book universe. I'm already in. As if Dr. Seuss took a few swigs of whimsical whiskey and ran amok through Sin City. Listen, that is great. Like, what? That's the opening sentence. What a great, I'm already sold. Tales converge and collide in this county built on blood, as rhyming narrative leads readers through a tangled web of death, booze, drugs, and betrayal. This debut issue follows an obsessed detective who puts his badge aside to hunt for his missing ex and a little girl in the scariest place of all, her home. Enjoy the first issue of this nonstop title, followed by the entire story collected soon in one volume. We gonna talk about it. First of all, Nocturne County is an adult crime noir set in a classic children's book universe, as if Dr. Seuss took a few swigs of whimsical whiskey and ran amok through Sin City. It's written in rhyme. This reminds me of a book that I really love that dropped from Dark Horse Comics a couple weeks ago called Survival Street, which is like if Sesame Street was in post-apocalyptic chaos capitalist America. Really dope. I'm feeling everything about this. This is a nonstop book. We're going to talk about this really quick. Nonstop Titles is a brand under Scout. And what Nonstop does, as they said, follow this entire story collected soon in one volume. So the first issue is always a comic book. And then they collect the entire story in a graphic novel. This matters. You want these #1 issues from Scout, especially the nonstop stuff. You want the nonstop stuff because if this stuff hits, you know we like to invest. We love when something hits in another form of media. If this thing hits in another form of media, the piece you are going to want to have in your collection will be that first issue. People who are brought into this media as a result of its impact outside of the media will seek out that graphic novel. You want to make sure you have this first and only issue of the comic book in a long box or a short box somewhere in your collection. All of the nonstop books, make sure you have them. That is how nonstop operates. One comic book, then they collect the whole story in a graphic novel. Really cool concept. That's what it is. Next, from Scout, we have a book that the title intrigues me. So we're going to talk about it. It is called New Rat City. Not Rap City, like Rap City the Basement. New Rat City, like Rat City the Gutter. Back order, not stocked. One cover. Jorge Quadros did this cover. That's a cool cover. It's really cool. Actually better than at first glance. Like, it's a really cool cover. New rat written in bats. Come on, man. Writer, Honor Vincent. Artist, cover artist, Jorge Quadros. It's 2083 and there's not much left of New York City after years of floods, pests, and infrastructure mismanagement. The only people keeping the city habitable for its new remaining residents are the pest controllers, and humane laws mean they generally aren't allowed to kill. Felicia Shepard is a pest controller who has recently taken over the family business after her mother disappeared and a rat-related accident took her dad out of commission. Felicia does the best she can for her clients, but her job becomes much harder when swarms of unnervingly organized pests start running rampant across the city. Enjoy the first issue of this nonstop title, followed by the entire story collected soon in one volume. We just did the nonstop thing. Back order, not stock, nonstop, which means this will be the only issue you can get in comic book format. The rest will be collected in graphic novel / trade paperback format. That's what it is. Don't leave it on the table. Make sure, New Rat City, make your phone calls, call your people, get online with your local comic shop, say 3 weeks from Wednesday, I want New Rat City. That was Scout. Last from the indies, we have from Source Point Press, NOA. Literally, NOA, which stands for Not Otherwise Authorized. One cover, Source Point Press, NOA, Not Otherwise Authorized. Writer, artist, cover artist, Mikhail Bergvist. There it is. Mikhail Bergvist cover, Not Otherwise Authorized. And the synopsis tells us, synopsis, the NOA agency is authorized for one target only, the international master criminal Nimrod. A simple task given to a team of agents who all embarrassed their superiors one way or another. Except with Nimrod, nothing is simple. Soon, the fate of New York hangs in the balance, and then maybe the world. Back order, not stocked, not otherwise authorized. Noah. That's very interesting. Noah. Also, there's a biblical name Noah with an H. Nimrod was, you know the deal. I see what they're doing there. I get it. Nimrod did some dirt. Earth was destroyed. Tried to build a tower to the heavens. Like craziness, right? People got scattered. Floods. So, I see what they're doing there. I get it. Noah. Next, we are going to move on to Marvel. Alien #1 dropping from Marvel. I believe Alien has a diamond exclusive cover. It does not. So we have Alien #1 dropping from Marvel. Where we at, bro? Where we at, bro? I'm over here. Well, I don't want to get flagged. We're all up on the YouTube. Speaking of which, let me just say, like and follow Comic Sense on Facebook. Join our Comic Sense Facebook group. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow Comic Sense on Instagram and the Twitter. Right. We're going to get right back to it. Shout out to you all. Let me check your comments, too. What up, Chris Leo? What up, Chad? I know it's evening for you. I do believe Trobes got your message, but we certainly got you, bro. Jason Robinson, is that story connected to Mambo #5? A little bit of, J-Pop. Shout out to J-Pop. Shout out to everyone that is in the room. Appreciate y'all. We're going to get right back to it. Marvel's got some dope stuff dropping. Just want to make sure I have you up on the screen. All right, let's find this Alien #1, which should just be popping up because it's a very simple book. But y'all want to give me Alien Annual. We already been there, and we've already done that 2 weeks ago, right? 2-3 weeks ago. Alien Bounty Hunter, blah, 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 blah. All right, we're going to narrow this search down because we don't have this to do for a book that is as simple as narrows right down to Marvel PRH. Alien Annual, Alien #1, here we go. Marvel PRH being Marvel Penguin Random House. Alien #1 does have a PX DCD. Did I get any of these joints? I don't remember. I did. Only got 12. All right. So this is your Philip Travis Charest cover. Philip Kennedy Johnson is the writer. This is the 40th anniversary PX DCD Diamond exclusive, limited to, doesn't tell us how many amount this one is limited to. No, number one PX DCD 40th Charest Virgin Inks variant is limited. Allocations may occur. This item does not count towards your ratio variants. This is the limited variant cover. Then we have your 1 in 50 copy Ryan Brown incentive cover. Ryan Brown, dope cover. Followed by your Carlos Magno variant cover. And finally, your Travis Charest Res variant. Really, really cool. And your A cover by Bjorn Behrens, cover A. So this one is written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Artist Julius Oda. Cover artist for cover A is Bjorn Behrens. Philip Kennedy Johnson and Julius Oda launch a new alien epic, man, machine, and the most terrifying creature in the universe. It is an express elevator to hell, and you're going to want to be in on it. And you're going to want to be on it. A small colony of Sims have settled in secret on a backwater moon. When a company of United Systems soldiers comes to them for help retrieving biotechnology on a hostile planet, that could be the key to saving humanity. The Sims must decide whether the prospect of peace between man and machine is worth the risk of betrayal. This is Alien #1 from Marvel Comics. Y'all saw all the cool covers. There is a diamond, a PX DCD 40th anniversary exclusive that will be limited. This is the first one where they didn't give us the total number. Allocations will probably occur. There is that. Alien #1. Now we have another book I think is really cool. All Out Avengers #1. This story, listen, they want to tell a story where the Avengers, you open up the book and it's right in the middle of the action, and then the story begins to tell itself. So this is All Out Avengers #1. We got tons and tons of covers, starting with a 1 in 200 copy incentive by J. Scott Campbell, a retro variant featuring Ant-Man. Followed by the 1 in 100, which is a version of the retro variant featuring Ant-Man, J. Scott Campbell cover. Followed by, we got more, a 1 in 50 done by Dave Cockrum. That's dope. Got Dave Cockrum up out of the woodworks on that joint. There should be a 1 in 25. Is there no 1 in 25? There is not a 1 in 25. So there you have it. You have the 1 in 100, the 1 in 200, the 1 in 50. Then you have your J. Scott Campbell trade dress anniversary variant featuring Ant-Man. Followed by your Scotty Young featuring the Blade. And you have your Salvador LaRocca featuring the All Out Avengers. That would be Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Blade, and the Black Panther. And then you have your cover A done by Greg Land. That's a cool cover. They threw Captain Marvel in the mix. Written by Derek Landy, artist and cover art by Greg Land, introducing the all-new Avengers series that starts in the middle of the explosive action and races to a shocking climax. An alien attack, a missing piece of wormhole tech, a city warped, its citizens transformed into hideous creatures loyal to an empress from the far side of the universe, and a certain Captain Marvel looking to her fellow Avengers with murderous intent. Plunge into the action and take a deep breath, because you will not be allowed up for air as a thrilling new series kicks off in the strongest, strangest way possible. All Out Avengers #1. Next, we have Black Panther #9. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. Make the arrangements. Get Black Panther #9. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to thoughts out into the psychic ethers. You got a local comic shop on speed dial. Stop leaving these key books on the table. We have 2 covers of Black Panther #9. This is your Mateus Mahani cover. Black Panther #9, Mateus Mahani cover. Very interesting cover. And then you have cover A, which I believe this to be a first cover appearance of The Colonialist. Yes, key book. Key book. Written by John Ridley, artist German Peralta, cover artist Alex Ross. Range Wars Part 1. Black Panther has returned to the Avengers, but after the recent events in Wakanda, Captain America isn't convinced T'Challa's head is in the game. When a dangerous new galactic interloper called the Colonialist arrives to take over the Earth, T'Challa will be tested like never before. This is why we encourage those people who order comic books to read the synopses. Sometimes your key collectors ain't going to give you all the info. Look at the covers. Damn, you never saw this before. So then you say, okay, what's going on up in here? You read the synopsis and then they tell you. When a dangerous new galactic interloper called the Colonialist arrives to take over the Earth. Dangerous new galactic interloper. Keywords. Dangerous, new. Spider sense starts to tingle. Black Panther #9. Don't leave it on the table. Tons of subsequent prints. We're going to say again, if you invested in the first print, always fortify that investment with a subsequent print. Always. Don't be the one who left Agents of Atlas second and third prints on the table. Don't be the one who left America Chavez second prints on the table. Just don't be that one. Look at that Captain Marvel 17 second print. It's a ghost, right? Don't be the one who left it on the table. Just saying. You never know. Daredevil #1 second print. Chichetto variant. Here it is. Cool cover featuring Spider-Man and Daredevil. That is your Marco Chichetto variant. Daredevil #1 second print. Y'all already know what time it is on that book, so we can skip the synopses. Marvel's dropping some really cool second prints this week. Get them all. Next, we have Defenders Beyond #1. That was a really good book. Loki leading a team of Defenders. That was dope. Here is your Defenders Beyond #1 second print. This is the Javier Rodriguez variant featuring all of the old school Defenders with the new team of Defenders. Any book that has Tigra, Blue Marvel, the mother of Galactus. I love all these characters. Taya, Galactus's mom. Tigra is one of my favorites. Loki, Blue Marvel, America Chavez. I'm in. It was a cool book. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed everything L. Ewing writes, though. So that is, I'm biased there because L. Ewing is just a master at what he does. So there's that. Next. Y'all saw the header. You saw the header. We gonna do this. Edge of Spider-Verse #3. Y'all want all of these books. Y'all want them all. What if the Black Cat was a spider character? Would she look like this? How about that? Night Spider, right? That is your 1 in 10 Chris Anka variant. That is the 1 in 10 Chris Anka variant featuring Night Spider. Looks like Felicia Hardy to me. Not saying it is. I'm just saying. What if the Black Cat? Y'all know the deal. Chris Anka, dope cover. Here is your Chris Anka cover C. She's got a webbed bag of loot. She stole some stuff. And how about old girl who appeared in the manga with Deadpool and once again on a 1 in 100 cover of Amazing Spider-Man. Here she is again, hoodied out in awe next to Night Spider. And is this Samurai? I don't know what would Shang-Chi Spider-Man? What's happening here? Do not leave Edge of Spider-Verse on the table. This is your Jose Maria Casanovas cover. Jose Maria Casanovas is doing some stunning covers on this series. These A covers are stunning, stunning books. This is Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. It is written by Dan Slott and various artists, Hikaru Yusugi, and various and cover artist Jose Maria Casanovas. In this issue, Spider-Man India and Night Spider. So there you have Spider-Man India. Wait, who is Night Spider? We're gonna find out. You're gonna find out because you're gonna make all of the arrangements to make sure you have Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. That's what time it is. We think that's going to be the key of the week. Personally, you see it on the header of the YouTube show. Those on Facebook saw it on the header of the Facebook. Next, we have another subsequent print. Gambit number 1. No one is screaming it, but there is a first appearance in the last page cameo of Gambit number 1. This is your Todd Knock non-head cover variant. Second print of Gambit number 1. We know what time it is on this book. Gambit number 1, Todd Knock cover. Next, we have another second print. Genis Vell. Captain Marvel, number 1, second print. This will be doing what I mess up on. Genis Vell, 2 G's, that's why. Genis Vell, Captain Marvel, number 1 of 5, second print, David Baldion cover. What a gorgeous cover. That is your Genis Vell, number 1, second print. Next, we got a really cool book. As an X-Men guy, this will be going in my main X-Men run, as all X-Men classics and X-Men legends that are actually a part of the story do. This is X-Men Legends number 1. Really, where's that 1 in 25 at, though? Because that 1 in 25 is pretty special. Where are we at? Because I see the main covers. I want you guys to see the 1 in 25, though. Here it is. So this is your X-Men Legends number 1, Henrichon 1 in 25 ratio variant. Really cool cover featuring Wolverine versus the Hawk. Homage to the classic battle of Wolverine versus the Hawk. Now we have to go back to page 1 to get your Todd Knock headshot variant of X-Men Legends number 1. We're going to talk about this book. I'm excited for this book. It is a really cool concept. Love what they're doing with this legend stuff. Here is your Dan Jurgens cover. And finally, wait a minute. I'm sorry. X-Men Legends number 1. What am I doing here? That's out this week. Listen, not shining so much today. What I meant to show y'all was X-Men Moon Girl. That's what I meant to do. X-Men Moon Girl number 1. Sometimes it happens, you know, especially when you drink iced coffee. I'm not drinking iced coffee. If I was drinking iced coffee, this entire show would be messed up. Just throwing that out there. Here is your X-Men Moon Girl number 1 Edge variant by Edge. Really dope. Featuring Havoc, Moon Girl, and a whole bunch of dinosaurs of multiple or of various colors. Here is your X-Men Moon Girl Randolph connecting variant featuring Wolverine, Havoc, Moon Girl. And finally, the best cover, in my opinion, is your Alethea Martinez cover, which features Moon Girl getting a fastball special from Wolverine. It is written by Mohale Mashigo, artist David Cutler, cover artist Alethea Martinez, To the Moon and Beyond. The High Evolutionary is a dino napper. It's the High Evolutionary who did it. Reveal, with Captain Marvel's help, Lunella tracks him all the way to the moon itself to get him back and stop the High Evolutionary from setting an army of dino clones loose on Earth. But even when they're reunited, something's wrong. Her connection with Dee Dee has been broken. Now Moon Girl must team up with Wolverine and chase the High Evolutionary to counter Earth in search of answers or risk losing her best friend for good. This is Moon Girl and the X-Men, X-Men and Moon Girl, #1 dropping from Marvel Comics. So then, that is what we have. Shout out to you, Michael Sen. Is this Alien Volume 2 from Marvel? Did they end the previous Aliens Volume 1? I believe the first one was Aliens, and this is Alien. Don't take my word on that, Peter, but I think that's what time it is on that. That's what they did with the movies, right? The movies, you had Alien, Aliens, and then Alien 2. So I think that's what they're doing with the comics. Do not take my word. This is my opinion. I believe the first volume was Aliens. This is Alien. So that's what time it is on that. Shout out to Paul Stokes, Chad Smith. Shout out to you, Christopher Leo. Shout out to everyone in the room. Appreciate you all. Y'all know what time it is. This has been a Comic Sense production. As such, I'm going to need y'all to like and follow Comic Sense on Facebook and join our Comic Sense Facebook group. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Find us on Instagram and the Twitter. Again, this has been a Comic Sense production. Final Order Cutoff, Uncanny Spec, otherwise known as Focus. This is also a Shut Up-ish production. I am IssueX, and I'm going to go ahead and shut up.